What is good, people? Good evening. KG is here. It is live transfer talk. Here to get your reaction live and direct as we have got the here we go for one of our first choice defenders. And I'm very happy with this. Guys, I put out a video earlier. And listen, you shouldn't always say this as a creator because you're supposed to like just make out like every video you do, you enjoy and you can't wait to put it out there. I think it's quite clear when we get to the three centre backs I talk about in that video. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't care about what I'm saying. That happens though. Not every video is going to be a hit. And look, I know, and it's one of those where I did say a couple of things. I said the next time I'll speak about Jaka Bijol, I want it to be the deals agreed, and we've got it. So I got my wish. And those videos. This is what happens in transfer windows. You could put out a video and then in 10 minutes, it just ages like milk. It happens all the time. Happens all the time, man. Shout out to people with the super chats. Hyru, what a way to start the work week. Marching on together, absolutely. And Sai in the house saying good evening. Good evening to you and good evening to everyone, man. Michael is saying, KG, you look like Leeds United. We're listening to your previous, it's not a podcast, it's a video, but yep. And got the deal done before Newcastle hijacked the deal, yeah. And Cookie in the house, have I caught you live? I'm live, Cookie. Yes, here we are. Hello there. It says live in the screen. I'm sure it does. But shout out to you, Cookie, man. I hope you're well. So yeah, we actually have something. I feel like everyone should be a bit more excited about this one today. It was a little bit like a yesterday when it came to Mecha. When it came to Mecha, yeah. But yeah, Fabrizio Romano just putting this out there a while ago. I would have gone live straight away, but it came when dinner was cooking and everything else. So I'm here. Leeds United agreed deal to sign Jaka Bijol from Udinese. Club-to-club deal done. And here we go. That means it's all done and dusted, people. That's it. That's like a Vince McMahon guarantee, all right? Agreement for 22 million euros, transfer fee, add-ons included, and personal terms also in place for the centre-back to join Leeds United. Defender set for medical soon. And also, what we're saying here, Sasha Tavalieri is saying that the deal should be around 5 years. So there you go, a 5-year contract for this player. And yeah, this is one that I definitely wanted over the line. There's no umming and ahhing about this one. This is a first team upgrade straight away. Someone's going to get moved to the bench if we don't play a back three. Okay, so someone is going to be moving down to the bench, and this is exactly what I've been talking about all summer. We should be looking for players that are going to move players down to the bench to make the bench even stronger, but our starting 11 way more resolute than it is. So yeah, this is good news for me, people. I'm going to get your comments as well in a bit. Let me just check something else here. Someone's saying check Fabrizio, but if I don't recognize the name in the chat, so I may have to time you out. Okay, may have to time you out because there's nothing new from Fabrizio. Okay, yeah, I've missed the here we go. Yeah, you missed it, man. You missed it. Marcus here saying nice bring on that Senegal lad next. Yeah, we'll talk about Bijol for a bit though for in terms of this video because it is his here we go. Great addition, nailing Bijol. Oh, whoa, Russ. Hey, pause, brother. Pause. We didn't nail nobody, but we're gonna sign him though. We're gonna sign him. But this is what we need, man. This is how you're supposed to build a Premier League team. When I did that video earlier, and we're talking about Cameron Carter-Vickers and Michael Keane, that's gonna do nothing for this football club. If you're looking for them as first team signings, it does nothing for you. This does. This is someone with high pedigree, good international experience, top league level experience. And he's ready. I think he's going to suit the Premier League down to a T. Someone in the comments earlier said, let's hope he doesn't get bullied like Llorente or Cut. No, this is a real man. All right. And I know you're not supposed to say that in this day and age, but this is a real man. This is a man that is going to head things away like Joe Rodon. This is going to be a solid addition. And he's going to be great at defending set pieces and attacking them as well. We've got a real good piece of business here. And 22 million euros, by the way, is just converted over to 18.7 million pounds. What's not to love? This is a signing we can get behind, okay? And I have to say this again as well, because it got lost in the video yesterday, and I did mention it on the earlier video, but no one's going to watch that crap now. The signing yesterday of Mecha, everyone was talking about it's clear he's for the squad. And I agree with that sentiment, because he does, by all accounts, he should be for the squad. But we in the recent years have been fooled with that as well, where players have been signed and we're saying, "Oh no, but we need another this, another that, and we will get one." But then the window closes, and all of a sudden that left back we needed, oh no, it's okay. We got Strout there, we got Byram there. We need a 10. Ah, it's okay. We got Nanto here. Ramazani can play there too. Solomon can play there. And then there's no evidence of them even getting shots there in the long term under this coach anyway. So that's what it is for me. The signing is absolutely, it's nothing, is it? It's a third choice striker, as he should be. But my thing is, and listen, this club is very guilty of it, and the fan base too. He can have a good preseason, score 3 goals against Harrogate, stay fit all month, and people say he should start against Arsenal. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. Hopefully it doesn't come to that and we do get other strikers. We will. I don't think the 49ers will mess this one up, people. They will learn from past mistakes. But that's all I was getting at in terms of yesterday's video. Signing Bijol won't guarantee we secure our other targets, but it will do no harm. Yeah, it will definitely help. You know, signing a player like this is how you get players to, you know, look at you and go, oh, is that what you're building? Okay, that's good. Yeah, because that was the thing as what I mentioned on the other video. We signed Metcha. Imagine if we signed like a Michael Keane as our second signing. Even though the 49ers may have the best intent to go out and get even better players, to the players that are signing, they'll go, who have they signed so far? Michael Keane in 2025 and Metcha. You know what I mean? So this is an absolute statement signing, and hopefully there's more to come. Let's go. Curtis, yeah, it happens. Curtis saying here, hi mate, do you reckon the latest Newcastle report was one of the club's agents trying to hurry the deal up? Absolutely, Curtis. Happens all the time. The agents I speak to and intermediaries I speak to always get fed duff information in order to get other clubs to either get a move on or other clubs to get a bid in. And that's what happens. There's clubs that get really mad at Fabrizio for all this because it gets their engagement down. And this is what me and my agent mate were talking about just the other day. Because by the time the deal's done, like with Jaka Bijol, we've heard about this name for like 2 weeks now. So when he eventually signs, like, all right, man, he's here. Who's next? You know what I mean? So the clubs get really annoyed about it, but the facts are players and agents go to Fabrizio and all these people to drum up interest in their clients and to get even more light on their clients' names. It's a fact. I'm telling you this for a fact from players that actually wait for the here we go for their transfers. Big facts, I'm telling you. Isaac saying, asking here, hi KG, do we need another centre back or is Bijol Rodon our starting pair in the Prem? Who have we got there? We got Strauch, Rodon, Bijol. Verba's leaving. Yeah, we will need another one. Absolutely, yeah, we will need a fourth one. And you know what? There's still no guarantees that Strauch's going to stay, is there? There's still so much noise about Pascal being a possible PSR casualty. I hope not. I'd like to keep Pascal as our backup centre back. That would be a lovely backup centre back to have. And if one of the two centre backs go out of form, he can come in. I'm not opposed to that. But you just have to see how we're going to try and balance the books. But yeah, we will need another one. We will need another one for sure. Ampadu is a central midfielder, Mark. That's where he should be. That's where Ampadu says his best position is. That's where Joe Rodon says his best position is. It's just that when it comes to injuries and stuff, he had to come back. But yeah, he can't be centre back in the Premier League. That can't happen. Leave Ampadu where he should be, and that's in the defensive midfield. Yeah, absolutely, Cola. Strauch only goes for PSR reason. Farker loves him. Yeah, and the thing is, there's a lot to like about Strauch, but for me, he was the one I was looking at where I think over the long haul, I would like a stronger centre back in there just for positional sense, which Bijol has in abundance. That's what is one of his main strengths are, and that's why I'm happy that Strauch is now, I would say, our third centre back. Does anyone think we're going to change systems in the Premier League? And I put this out there, and I'm just asking you now, because there was no evidence of it in the Championship, but obviously we were the dominant team in the Championship, so you don't really need to change too much in the long haul. But I'm talking, do you think we're ever going to see ourselves start with 3 centre backs in a game, or do you think we're going to get married to the 3-2-4-2-3-1, whatever it is that Farker likes to play? Because, as I say, we haven't seen any evidence of it in actual games, only in pre-seasons, of course. Yeah, I get it, Jack. I get it. I know. That's why I'm just, Jack, I just want to ask the question. That's all. I come in peace. You know what I mean? I come in peace. Yeah, maybe a back 3. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You know, think of that kind of back three as well. If it comes to it, you know, we got Liverpool racking up with Salah and all these guys and Verts and all that, and we go with two centre backs. We might, they might charge us. You know what I mean? They might charge us. Um, Hyru here saying, I think Farkas should try a back five against teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We will need to change. Yeah, and Andy, yeah, absolutely, Andy. We need to change because we'll have less of the ball. Yeah, we will. Like I say, if we can get half of the possession we had in the championship, we'll be doing very well. But we are moving up to absolute different levels here. And maybe against some of the lesser teams in the Premier League, we'll be absolutely fine. But I am thinking of those games, even against someone like a Brighton who overload their teams at times as well. It will take different formations to get through this Premier League season. Absolutely. Yeah, Ryan, yeah, Verts at Ellen Road, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to that. I am looking forward to it, but I'm not at the same time. It's gonna be hopefully, you know what? You never know. You never know, do you? Let's see what we do by the end of the window. In fact, the fixtures come out in 2 days, people. So, you know, we'll go on live as well when the fixtures come out just to see what you guys are looking forward to. I mean, we play everyone twice, but it will be interesting to see like how the year's going to finish, what's going to be the tougher periods and things like that. Be fun to look through, man. Oh, someone just asked, Kelvin, you're asking Farker to adjust his tactics game by game. I know, but he's gonna have to though, Kelvin. You see, this is the thing. All that stuff in the championship is cute. You won't get me. You can't run that in the Premier League. You just can't. You know, all those stats that he had, you know, which were impressive in the championship of once we go ahead, we don't lose and everything else like that. If you can do that for me, 10 games in the Prem, that will impress me way more because the squad that we had in the championship should be winning all those games and possibly more. You know what I mean? But now this is a different kettle of fish. Someone asked about Solomon. Guys, Solomon, I think even Thomas Frank has said that he wants to look at Solomon during preseason. So I don't know if Solomon's even going to be a thing. And I know they've just signed Tell as well, another left winger. They still got Son, but they've got Champions League. And I think after their lessons of last season with a ton of injuries they had, in talking about Tottenham, by the way, pronouns, pal. Tottenham, they'll have learned their lessons and they would like the form of Solomon from last season and they liked his fitness record as well. So yeah, I would think Solomon is off the table for now, people. So I would just probably leave that one, right? I don't think so, Donny, man. In terms of his ability in 2025, he should leave. But in terms of that commercial ability that he brings to Tottenham, I don't think they're going to let Son go, you know. I don't think. I swear he's just been put in the Fortnite game as well. I swear he has. Isaac here saying here he has to adapt. Yep. Or the 49ers will find a manager that will. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But listen, as long as if we keep providing Farker with these kind of signings, then he'll have the best possible foot to go off, won't he? And that's the thing with him. What I don't want with Farker is any excuses, and also just I don't want the Leeds team to be depleted. So I want the strongest squad as possible, and hopefully Farker can get the very best out of it to make us stay up. That's the objective of next season, to stay up. I say shoot for 12th. Because if you shoot for 17th, you'll probably get relegated. But as long as we just keep on going game by game and a plan for each game, man, like a Thomas Frank, like a Iraola, who they don't use the same formations with every single game. They look at the opposition and go, we're going to need this for this. Because sometimes they drop players and you go, what are they doing? But then you see they've added something extra in a team where the opposition overloads on one side and you go, that's why they've done it. That's what we need as well. That's what we're going to need. I'm going to speak about this in another video, Ian. I want to speak about this in another video because I want to kind of I want to just go off what I said last season when we sold him. But I'll see we'll see if this one progresses. But yeah, Charlie Greswell linked to Sunderland does not surprise me in the slightest. I said it last year. He'll have a good year in France, and someone from the Premier League will have a look at him, and it looks like that will be the case. Hyru here saying here, half the battle in the Prem is adaptability. Farker has to adapt and do it quickly, or we'll get hammered and humbled. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Mark here saying we seem to be signing physical beasts. Yeah, absolutely, man. Real men, we need them. You know, someone made the point again earlier about Koch and Llorente. Yeah, they were ball playing centre backs purely. You know, you could see that with the way that they play. This guy is more of a no nonsense kind of guy. He can still play with his feet. He's you know, he's not a slouch in that sense, but he's a brick wall, you know, and we need that. It doesn't always have to be about pace. If you get yourself right positionally, you've won half the battle straight away. And this is what this guy will offer. You know, for 18, less than 20 million people, this is a great deal. This is a great deal, man. Absolutely great. Gavin, where is our new keeper? Yeah, we'll need that. Yes, we'll need that. There's been no update on Fofana. There's been nothing of new material from that. In fact, the goalkeeper talk has gone really quiet. So yeah, yeah. Who's next? Who's next? I don't know. Yeah, beast in the air. Absolutely, him and Roden, man. They'd be clearing everything. Let me have a look at something here. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, right, right. No, no, no. Okay, we'll leave that for another time. Yeah. Ronnie here saying the main thing the current team lacks is physicality, and in the Prem, it can kill you. Great addition. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Richard though saying, I'm sorry, with these two players we've signed, not convinced. Fair. I mean, the first one for sure, in terms of Mecha. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking of the Mecha when I finished doing the video, and I was like, if we are still in the championship, it would make sense for like a championship team to get him because obviously he hasn't had the career that we thought he was going to have from when he was like a wonder kid back in the day. And it's kind of like, okay, he's going to go to a promotion hopeful, probably rejuvenate his career. He's stepping down the tier in football, which he probably needs. And yeah, but listen, for what he is, Richard, it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine. Yeah, see, yeah, he does. Yeah, he will find himself in the box for sure. Defend first, but yeah, he will attack for sure. Um, Harmer at 10. Yeah, listen, that's the other one I want. I know a few of you still not convinced. I want Gus Harmer in this team. That's another one where you're talking about an absolute workhorse in there. And not only that, a creative spark. He'll do all of the work for you. And again, I don't know if anyone's been looking at Gus Harmer, but he's still working out. He's showing that he's getting fit even while he's away. But yeah. I've mentioned the Kuiper before, Ronnie. He would be my first choice left back without any question. But I don't know if we're going to be in for him. So, but yeah, I've spoken about him on the channel before. You guys keep mentioning Noah Sadiki, man. Where is that? Because you know, you need to let me know. Obviously, I know of him because he's at USG, but who's saying it? Let me know, and then I can go to the page. Otherwise, we'll have to leave that one for this one. Belgian journalist. I mean, that helps nobody. I mean, Belgian journalist. Pasha, let me just type that in. Belgian journalist. No, it's a big guy. Anyone else? Anyone else? Oh man, Sasha. Oh, okay, right. Let me have a look then. Let me have a look while I'm here, people. Da, da, da. I'm not. I'm not seeing anything though. Oh, okay, 27. Ah, okay, okay. All right, okay. Give me a second then. Let me get this up while we're here. Mm, 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 mm. Sorry, this is what I usually do offline. I'm having to just pause a little bit here. Okay, Noah Sadiki. Okay, let me get this up from Sasha Tavalieri while we're here. He's saying here, when we'll read this together. Okay. Leeds United are the first to make a move for Noah Sadiki. The Peacocks have made contact to gouge the intentions of USG management with initial offers starting at 10 million euros. Leon haven't forgot about Noah Sadiki either. Wait and see. Okay, so it looks like we're trying to shore up that midfield again. He is primarily a defensive midfielder, central midfielder, people. But yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. When I watch USG, I was looking more for the two strikers. 10 million euros. I know it's a more expensive. He's a defensive midfielder, Gavin. He's a defensive midfielder. What I would say with this is that I said it on the video earlier, but oh God, what did I say earlier? Anguissa is available for 18 million euros. Now I know that's 8 million more, but look what you get with Anguissa, 29 years old, like a proven winner. He's been in the Prem before. And that's one if you're looking for like an all-round midfielder. How are we not doing that one? How are we not even trying to look at that one? At the moment, he's linked with a move to Turkey, into Besiktas. I don't know how Premier League teams aren't looking at Anguissa to bring him back. Napoli have made him available for 80 million euros, which is just over 15. See, that would be more my speed. Again, I'm looking at their midfielder that moves someone down to the bench straight away. If he's to come in, he'd be easily at best midfielder technically and everything else as well. But yeah, we'll see if anything comes of this. This is just like a report from Sasha here. We'll see if there's any updates in the coming days. But yeah, I'll have to have a look at him a little bit more. Like I say, when I watch USG and the highlights I get sent, it's usually of Ivanovic, and it was of Promise David as well. So there we go. Uh, yeah. There's obviously potential with him just being 20, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though, like with Bijol, going back to our signing of today, Bijol. Yeah, imagine if you have a Bijol, Rodon, Anguissa, Ampadu, or Tanaka, whichever you want to do. Imagine that as your like defensive spine. I mean, oh, I like it. I like it a lot. You know what I mean? Lloyd Christmas settings. But yeah, we shall see if there's any update with that one. I'll have to add it into the notes now. Uh, Dr. Why do I feel like this name? Do you make like 20 different accounts? There's a couple of you that make like 20 accounts. You know what I mean? Harmer worth the money. He's absolutely worth the money. Absolutely worth the money. And he'll be playing at a higher level next season, regardless. I want it to be with us because, and I'm telling you, when he puts on a Leeds shirt, if he's to put on a Leeds shirt, the fans will love him. They'll love him for all his endeavor, all his creativity, his goals that he'll bring as well. Fans will love Gus Harmer at this football club for sure. Yeah, Patrick Berg. Yeah, he was another one I've mentioned on the channel. Hyru. Yeah, he's another one I would take. You're talking about a real technical, gift in Patrick Berg, and I don't think he'd be that expensive as well. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. What I mean, we shall see. I know. I said it. I think if you saw one of my other videos when we talk about left backs, maybe it wasn't in that video, but future videos, Bournemouth signing Trafford is absolutely insane. They just move Querquez out, sell him for a big old profit, and then get in the next one up. That's a brilliant signing for them. Ren left back now at Bournemouth, but yeah, that's a brilliant left back for Bournemouth. They just know what they're doing. Bournemouth it's almost like they've got Football Manager and they just go through the index of like wonder kids and top rated players and go, we'll take that one next. You know what I mean? But they've got a coach that is very highly respected and plays football the right way. You can see why people are going there. But what I will say with Bournemouth at this point, people, is that they've lost Howson, I should say, to Real Madrid, and their other centre back is being linked with PSG. So, like Brentford, there's a couple of clubs in the Premier League losing some of their better players, and they've got to replace them properly, don't they? Otherwise, I don't know. I'm just trying to drag as many people down with us as possible. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Uh, what are we saying here? Nah, Jacob. I swear, League is one of the worst top 5 leagues, but has half the best players. League is a good. It's always been a good league. Always. That's why it's PSG have made the joke now that the Farmers are the champions of Europe and everything else like that. Mbappe and all those guys played into it. But some of the best technical players are in League One. That's why I recommend so many players from that league. Even a few years ago when I mentioned Desiree Doué, who's now one of the best players in the world. There's so much talent in those leagues. And yes, collectively, maybe it doesn't add up to good teams, but there's so much talent in that league. You should be looking there because a lot of the French teams as well can't command big fees for their players. So that's why you see Bournemouth and a lot of other clubs go to League One and raid the league and get real technical brilliance out of that league. It's a wonderful league to watch, man. Mike saying here, wish we would do that, KG Wonder Kid FC. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of top African players in league can get them at a good price too. Absolutely, yeah. He's not in league, but Anguissa is Cameroonian, 18 million euros, man. Come on. Yeah, and they do transition well. Yeah, generally, yes, they do. Pierre saying here, let's get Gyökeres and Harmer reunited at Leeds. Yeah. Oh man, it's going to be interesting to see where Gyökeres goes. I think it's going to be Arsenal, but you never know. You never know. Russ saying here, great to see the 49ers doing business early. The quicker we can sign all our targets, the more time they have to train together. Always a plus point. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And listen, even now we're on the 16th of June. If you've seen other clubs, Brighton, saw Como, I mentioned earlier. I won't mention him again. I did promise on that video I won't mention his name again. But you know, they've got deals already set up for the 1st of July. And that's what I think that we're going to need as well, especially if we're still going for a player like Pashao. And I really hope we're still going in for that player as well. These are players that will put us on such a different level when it comes, I mean, already to Burnley. By the way, have you guys seen Burnley losing their centre back? Steve is still being linked with a move away. Trafford being linked with a move away. I don't know if Brownhill signed a new contract yet, but we're in a good position out of the promoted clubs where we've only lost Junior Firpo. That's it. I mean, he needed to go anyway, so it's not really a big loss. But a lot of the teams, both of the other teams coming up, have got some holes to fill from players that they would have probably hoped to keep in this coming season. Richard, wife, don't believe this is a live. Give her a thumbs up. I'm not live, so nah. There you go. Oh god, here we go. Burnley easy 6 points. We've got to be careful, but you're right. You're right, Mike. You're right. You're right. Chris here, would you break the transfer record to bring in Trafford? No, not for me. I've already said, Chris. I mean, Chris, you've been here a long time. I want an experienced goalkeeper in there, or somebody who is played at the top level with vast experience for around where we're going to be, which is kind of like Fofana. But yeah, I would prefer a more experienced goalkeeper. Let Chelsea, Newcastle, and all that get this kind of player. They can afford to do that. We can't really afford to do that in the position we're in. Jacob here saying we just need to keep hold of Ramazani. He might have the high ceiling at the club. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see about that. Like we say, these players haven't even come back for preseason or nothing yet, and Ramazani's going to want some assurances, people. Yeah, I mean, and I do get the feeling that if we do sign like a Pashao, we'll move Ramazani to the right, and it will team him and James for the right hand side, then Nonto and Pashao on the left. But he's not going to be happy with the same kind of game time. I said this before when it came to him, when it came to Joseph, and as we saw previously last summer with Charlie Creswell, with all the intentions in the world with this football club, they may want to keep these players, but the players have the key and they have the power, especially if they're not getting played as much as they think they should be. So, yeah, hopefully we get to keep Ramazani because he's another one you could definitely see playing at Premier League level. Big up to you, AO, man. What's going on? Burnley, random guy. You're absolutely right, random guy. Burnley had to buy Jane Anthony for 10 million. Yeah, see, we weren't tied up with any of those kind of foolishness, and we almost did, didn't we? With who was it again? What's his name again? Was it Cameron Archer? It's one of these players that should never have been linked with us where we were in the table at the time. But yeah, thankfully we weren't like hindered with any of that kind of stuff. Kohler here saying here, if we sign a left wing, Ramazani is gone. Maybe, but unless they say that he's going to play on the right and compete with Dan James. Ronnie here saying Diarra, Pashao, I mean, De Kuyper's not linked with us, Ronnie. That's me. That's all me. I'll have to hold my hands up for that one. But the others are linked. They are all great, but would cost around 140 million combined. Is it financially viable? Yeah, it is, especially when it goes into the next period. And also, we need to sell players. And that's what I've said as well previously as well, people. And that's what I want to look for going forward in the coming days. I want to see some of our players that are not going to have as big a role as they did last season being linked with moves away. I'm talking the Brendan Aaronsons. I think, unless Farker really does believe he is our starting 8/10 for next season, lots of whispers that he's going to be moving on. But we're going to have to start moving out players that have got a bit of value so we can balance the books a bit. Every team has to do it, and we are no exception. So we shall see what's going on there. But getting players' wages off the books will be helpful, like the Bamfords and everything else. And we shall see in the coming days, right? We shall see in the coming days and weeks. Yeah, Michael, absolutely. January window, the gamble paid off. No obligations to buy or to commit to. Absolutely. Ryan here saying, I think you get 15 million for Aronson. Oof, that's a big drop. Maybe that's the lowest figure they go to, but I think they'd probably want to, pad it up a bit with like after add-ons or anything else like that. I don't see them just accepting 15 million off a 25 million buy, even though there's been a few years that have passed. But yeah, I think 15 million is probably around right, Ryan. I think you're probably correct. Yeah, we're not spending 50 million on Muniz. Yeah, Fulham just want to keep him. I don't blame him, but yeah, 50 million, absolutely not. What else are we saying here? What else are we saying? Ah, I am Den. I'm going to say that's your name, right? Use the Brentford model, play champagne football in the champ, and pragmatic in the Prem. That's it. But that was Thomas Frank, and this is what I'm saying. Brentford have lost quite a bit, and there's still rumors that they could be losing Visser as well. Don't think Christian Norgard's going anywhere. Again, he's one that I would love to raid and get him to the football club. But yeah, Brentford are going to have a different style. Who knows where they're going to go next for their manager? And Thomas Frank, I know that he did play more pragmatic in the Prem, but there were some games where if they did need to pass around, he would. If they need to go long, they would. That's what I'm talking about. That kind of manager is just different. They just have different plans for different teams, and that's one of Thomas Frank's strengths. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was about their manager just in game to game. Yeah, absolutely. Keith Andrews, is that real? I saw that Gary O'Neill's one of the favorites for Sheffield United if Chris Wilder goes, man. Oof. Just going from one meat and potato to the next. I don't know. But yeah, people. So overall, I think people are happy, right? We should be happy with this. Let me end the poll. See, I remember to end the poll this time. Here we go. I'm getting better at the poll stuff. Happy with Bijol. Yes, he's an upgrade, 78%. Sure. Who's next? 19%. And just 2% of you said no. Okay. So people, we're going to leave it there, yeah? We're going to leave it there. Yeah, let's leave it there because we even discussed another link out of nowhere. But yeah, people, that is the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I say, if you watched the earlier one, good for you. But yeah, this is the main one. And like the video if you will. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Drop your comments below. And big up to all members of the channel. Thank you for the support. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.